Hey guys, Tony Maritato here. So I was just introduced to an entire new world known as animal physical therapy. Now, within that, you have subspecialties like canine physical therapy. There's physical therapy for cats, physical therapy for rabbits. There's horse physical therapy, of course. But I am going to talk about just the general overview of animal physical therapy. I want to talk about some of the requirements and some of the barriers and opportunities for the profession. So if you want to learn more, keep watching. If you don't know who I am, my name's Tony Maritato. I'm a licensed physical therapist, and I record YouTube videos to try and help other therapists realize the unlimited opportunities we have within the profession. So Jimmy McKay, one of my favorite guys, podcasters extraordinaire, he interviewed a couple therapists who specialize in animal physical therapy. One is in Canada, one is in the US. And I was fascinated at the idea that a physical therapist could transform their practice, transform what they do from treating primarily humans to treating primarily animals. And I started down the research process, and I realized that there were two primary certifying bodies in the US. I'll post links to them down below. One is in Tennessee. The other, I don't remember the exact name, but I'll get it for you. And basically what happens is if you are a licensed physical therapist, if you are a physical therapist assistant, if you are an occupational therapist, you can go through this certifying body. You can take the continuing education courses. You can test to receive your certification, and you can begin to work with animals. This could be a situation where you're treating pets, animals after surgery, after an acute injury. This could be a preventative type of service. We know that there are certain breeds of dogs that develop certain pathological conditions. So you could specialize in working with these specific breeds to try to either reduce, prevent, or slow the deteriorative change of these conditions. I would love to see, I think it'd be an amazing opportunity for a therapist to look at not just doing the physical therapy aspect, but then also to branch into the athletics, the performance. There's therapists who are focused on weight management for animals, particularly dogs. But we look at all of the other services that are available, like simple boarding. There's doggy daycare. Imagine there was a pet owner who is able to bring their canine to you after an ACL reconstruction, and you would be able to board the dog either overnight or during the day. And in the process, you'd be able to provide the rehab services. Just today, learning more about this, I took my buddy Tucker into the clinic. I recorded some videos. I'll probably share those on the channel over the next couple weeks, where we started to look at playing around with a couple doggy rehab exercises. We looked at weight shifting. We looked at doing things on the treadmill. We looked at different balance and agility drills. And I just started to realize how great it would be to take the idea of dog physical therapy, canine rehabilitation, and not just use the traditional human model where the animal comes to the clinic or you go to the patient's home, you deliver a 30, 40, 50-minute treatment, try to get everything done in one shot. But I love the idea of thinking, well, if the animal was delivered to my clinic for a 5 or 6 or 8 hour period of time where we do some fun stuff, we do some agility stuff, we just do some hanging out and relaxation, it gives you, the therapist, the freedom to produce or provide these micro exposures. My dog, Tucker, he tends to be a little bit cautious. He's a very thoughtful dog. So when we first started to look at the treadmill, I could imagine if I was constrained by time to try and get him full on the treadmill in one session would be a challenge. It would be stressful for him. It'd be stressful for me. It'd be stressful for the owner. But because I own the clinic, obviously, I was able to do like 3 minutes. We do a little exposure. I turn on the treadmill. I let him hear the motor. I reward him. We go away. We do some other stuff. We have a little playtime. We come back. We get a paw or two on the treadmill moving. We come away. There was no pressure for me to get Tucker on the treadmill, all 4 paws, doing a full workout in a single session. So point of this is there are a ton of opportunities for therapists who have an inclination to work with animals. These two primary certifying bodies are the only two that I'm aware of in the US right now. The biggest barrier to entering this market is if you go to one of the websites, you look at the curriculum, it's booked out. Today is August 10th, 2023. If I wanted to enroll in a certification program, Module 1, I can't even enroll until January 2024. The cost for this particular certification is about $8,600. That obviously doesn't include some other costs associated with materials, supplies. This particular certification requires a 40-hour investment of an internship at the end once you've finished the 3 primary training modules. So there is some cost. It's certainly nothing even close to what you invested in your Doctor of Physical Therapy degree. But I just want everybody to know there is cost associated with this. There's a time commitment to this. The other concern with animal physical therapy is the state legislature. So each state manages the rules, manages the Practice Act for what a physical therapist can do in that state and what a veterinary doctor can do in that state. Some states are more combative. Some states are more supportive. You have to go into your state Practice Act. You have to look at the specific regulations to know what you can do. But it is still largely an unregulated model. So if you're in one of the particular states that is more battling it out, like California right now, they're trying to pass a law that would allow physical therapists to treat animals outside of the veterinary clinic. Right now, the only way that a therapist can treat an animal is under the direct supervision of a veterinarian in the state of California. But other states are far more liberal. Here in Ohio, it's a very broad, open, it barely even mentions, it does mention animal physical therapy in the Veterinarian State Practice Act, but there's nothing else beyond that. They just label a physical therapist as an allied healthcare professional. So we're going to figure this out. I wanted to record this video to encourage you that if you have any interest going down this road, go check it out. Go look at the articles that are out there. And as I receive more information, as I understand the opportunities in this more, I will bring those out to you.